Welcome to a wet and windy Wednesday afternoon. I am near Downing Street. Hopefully, we're about to hear the election is going to be called. I don't know if it's going to happen. Even if he doesn't, I thought it'd be a good, fun little jolly to sort of be in the area as something like this, something historic happens. Who knows what will actually happen? Future me will probably be very disappointed by whatever happens. But I thought it'd be fun to document and to talk about. Everyone is saying it's going to happen. Will it? Well, let's find out. I need to find somewhere dry though. This is miserable weather.
Hiya, I'm Byron Lewis. By accident, I ended up seeing Rishi Sunak end his own career.
On my way.
The time is about 4:15. In about 45 minutes, Rishi will call the general election. But we don't know this yet. We're still not entirely sure what's going to happen. No one is. And of course, as I rocked up to Downing Street, I realised I was not the only person to have the grand idea to come and watch it. Someone much more famous than me was already there.
Steve Bray, Brexit man. Oh my god, no way.
So for those not in the know, Steve Bray is a famous anti-Brexit protester who has gone toe-to-toe with the government's draconian protest laws. He was joined by some of his team and a town crier from a Tudor village.
The UK politics subreddit is absolutely convinced that it's going to happen. It really needs to. I'll be so disappointed.
And then the party atmosphere kicked off.
It's so cat. I love it. My hair has gone bad, but we have great news. BBC are now also confirming that Rishi is about to call the general election. Couldn't come a moment sooner. I really hope he does now. I feel like there's no going back if he doesn't, but go on, Rishi, cool election. You know you want to.
I think it's important to note why I'm so doubtful here that he's actually going to follow through with it. There's been months and months, if not years, of teasing an election eventually. It just didn't feel real. This farce of a government would finally be over. Speaking of farce. And as Benny Hill blared out, we waited for the lectern.
I'm waiting for the lectern. I'm sad that there isn't a lectern.
Hold on, it seems a bit quiet.
Tories out! Tories out!
It was at this point that 9 billion Met police officers showed up to control the crowd. Anyway, I think it's time for more from Steve Bray. For once, this is a helicopter without Rishi Sunak in.
People said that it's been delayed by about 10 minutes. If you're wondering why I'm looking across the road, so get a glimpse of lectern. The lectern is out. I repeat, the lectern is out. There we go, you can hear it.
Except you couldn't. Yeah, Rishi was talking to the TV cameras, not us poor plebs, so we couldn't hear him. Instead, everyone had to stream it from the Beeb website.
The dissolution of Parliament. The King has granted this request, and we will have a general election on the 4th of July.
Yeah, you may have spotted something else there. Steve Bray had put on D. Ream's 1995 classic Things Can Only Get Better, also known as the Tony Blair election song.
All you can hear is things can only get better. For all we know, he may not even be speaking.
But if the sound's travelling that way, then that means... Oh no!
Showing that when we work together, anything is possible.
The Labour anthem on every TV channel, any radio station, any live stream showing this abysmal press conference. Not only is he being drowned out audibly, he is also being soaked out visually.
Grows up smoke-free. I hope that my work since I became Prime Minister shows that we have a plan and are prepared to take bold action necessary for our country to flourish.
This might be one of the most embarrassing things that has ever happened in British politics. And not too long ago, our country was run by someone who was beaten by a lettuce.
Atmosphere is a bit quieter now. It's almost like a big announcement that's happened and everyone wants to go in because it's raining. So, we just watched Rishi Sunak publicly finally end his shambolic, awful life. But one experience, I got to witness a little bit of history there. Am I glad that I stood in the pouring rain for someone I don't really like making an announcement that he should have made months ago? Yes, no, I think it's worth it. I'm probably going to call it a day for now. I might head in the direction of the station and dry off a bit. But again, you just some things like this you just don't want to miss. And I will see you. I'm going to go get in the dry now, so I'll see you soon. And thanks for watching.